When you think about the community and what I've tried to do here in the last, I don't know, decade, has been nothing short of God's work. I mean, the way that I've been blessed, I've tried to go out and bless other people, and especially our community surrounding us. So that's either Greater New Orleans or beyond. It doesn't really matter to me.
How about with the team? You joined a Super Bowl championship team, and it felt like you.
I mean,
one that pre-existed. Now you gotta kind of
right?
build one, make one.
I mean, I joined arguably, one of the top two quarterbacks of all time in Drew Brees, and I say arguably because I know where he lies with me. But I'm sure there's open room for conversation. And now we've got Jameis Winston on roster. I'm sure we're going to pump the Taysom Hill. I don't know how that competition is going to work. I mean, we saw Taysom start last year. We know he's capable. We know he can win. And Jameis the same thing. He went from being a part of the Bucs where he took a lot of L's on that chin to come in with the winning organization. Not to say that Tampa isn't, because now they're reigning Super Bowl champions. Now we've got our work cut out. I think offensively, defensively, we're stacked, and I think we just have to be on the same page, filling in.
How much of your opinion would you say of Jameis stems from having actually played against him in meaningful games, and he's made some plays against you guys back then? I mean,
he's made plenty, and back then it was just a year. Take this COVID year out, and he was the starting quarterback, and made a lot of impressive throws. I mean, he threw for 5,000 yards. Plus 30 plus touchdowns. And then along with that, you saw the errors as well. But when you're able to sit back and not only pick at the mind of Drew Brees, but talk to Sean Payton every day, that alone is going to give you an edge that most quarterbacks are never going to get to see. Especially to come in with that mindset. I mean, there's no more of a competitor than Jameis Winston is. The way he's came into our locker room, the way he's played, the way we've watched him grow. I'd almost say it's sort of like, how Teddy came in a couple years back, and it was like, hey, he may not be ready this year if he had to play right now, but you saw the star potential quality. But by the end of training camp, it's like, if he has to take over, we're fine with this. We're more than ready, and I think we're in the upper echelon of the league with that. That's how I feel about Jameis as of last year. And then we went with Taysom, and I was like, look, we can still win everything with Taysom. So when you have two high caliber quarterbacks, it's not really a negative. It's just which way we're going to roll, so we know how to support. But on our defensive side, we worry about us. But, when we come season, you're going to probably hear me not even breathe about how our quarterback's doing, because I'm going to be focused on us. Because I truly believe if we have a couple more turnovers on our defensive side, we don't, our offense would be nice, but we hope we don't need them. We hope we're able to continue the defensive legacy that we've been building the last 3 years.
Does that make you feel short and old now if I ask you that question?
Never old. I'm more rejuvenated than ever before. I'm so excited to get to this field because, again, when I drop names like Tano, Marcus Jr., Peyton, you talk about David Onyemata, all these guys that are younger, but at the same time we're of the same mindset and the same accord that they're trying to learn from me as much as I'm trying to push them. And it's going to be vice versa once we get into training camp.
I guess I asked that question because you said rejuvenated, and at the beginning of the summer you were saying like it's a rookie mentality, so I didn't know if you looked at it.
And that's why
different now that
year 10 is really year 1 starting back up again. 10 years behind me, 10 years ahead of me. I don't know if I'm ever going to pull a Drew. What up, baby?
Why do you
What
say?
are you doing?
We're talking. What's wrong?
There's this chicken
Yeah. Well, go find Uncle Stone, all right? Go sit by Uncle Stone. Hey. I love you. Bye.
Why do you say you're more rejuvenated than ever before? What sparks that?
When you look at this roster, when you have guys come in and they look at you like you have so much to teach them. This has been my same role the last 7 years. They had that big excavation move that back in 14 where I saw Roman Harper, Malcolm James, Will, Vilma, like they all just departed. And guys looking up at me. And then I didn't know how to truly handle it. Because I was just young enough where I was like, I'm trying to figure out my own way as well. And the last 7 years, it's been, this is the young bucks coming in, from, we've had a lot of from Tyler Davison on to, now Peyton Turner. I keep calling him Junior. I got to stop that. He's not Junior. Peyton. My daughter called Peyton Marcus. So just know me and my daughter have the same ideology. But no, when you have these young guys that are looking to learn and sort of take everything from you in terms of the knowledge that you have to give, you have to be able to disperse that knowledge accordingly. You have to be able to push them. And again, I say that's been my role the last 7 years. So when she said phase 2, phase 3, I don't know. I'm rejuvenated because I'm simply excited to be back a part of football. And that was the longest answer ever to say I'm excited to be back part of football.
Is your like off-season training?
Do you see where this energy comes from?
Yes.
All right, cool.
That's good.
Cool.
Did you have season training involved in any ways in the last couple of years in terms of how you prepare your body for the season, or in terms of how your role in the defense
Are you saying
may be evolving?
the question is my way of training changing?
Yeah, or the way you're trying to shape your body going into the season. Is anything changing? Is anything new?
I'm going into a figure competition after this. I'm just trying to sculpt the psoas to meet the adductors. No.
That's why you're in this hot building.
Yeah, that's why I was like, please turn off the fans. I'm just trying to sculpt this Greek god body.
We're working on flexibility.
No, not at all. For sure, I've
TB12, you know, I don't know.
I've got nothing on the TheraBands that Drew used to bring in. I'm never going to be able to do 150 pull-ups like Timo. I focus on what I've always done, and that's a lot of cardio, and that's focused on strengthening the core, and really that's how I've been going about things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
How many past injuries are directly attributed to what we're seeing in the back?
None. He's just my morning cup of coffee because he wakes up before I do. He's the only person in our household that wakes up before I do. I don't wake up if it's not 6 a.m. Like I'm 6 a.m. probably like on the dot. If I sleep in at 7, he's 5:30-ish every day. But he gets to go to sleep. He sleep by 8. Like like we have our energy level, and when it's done, you wash your hands with him. About 8 o'clock, he's gonna be looking like the end of Mortal Kombat.
I remember that.
Talking about just camp earlier, just how glad you are to be back. Were you going crazy last summer? Like you're always doing something. So how hard was it last summer in that dead period?
What dead period? I mean, we started we had the diaper drive with the city of New Orleans,
I meant
Mayor
the football
Cantrell.
dead period, not dead period of you doing things.
Man, that was more inspiring because then I was really on the levee by myself. In fact, I introduced the levee work to myself, and now he knows the levee work. You know, now the baby girls know the levee work. We go out to the levee almost every weekend. And it's not downpouring this way. But yeah, we do family levee day. We're gonna have some track babies. It is what it is. They're gonna know how to work.
What did you do on the levee?
I'm not telling you. No, it's just a lot of sprints. It's a lot of agility work. You bring them cones out, then it really gets serious. And like I said, kids want to join you until you're on the 10th or 11th or 12th rep, and then all of a sudden it's I'm tired.
You're not pushing anything on the levee?
No, do I look like AK to you? No, I'm not. I'm not carrying the squat rack and a bouncy ball up the levee. No, I'm pure. Put the cleats on. Time to go to work.